Hey, what's up, guys? This is Obi-Wan Kenobi 91. We're we're on. We're going. We're good. I think we got it. I think we figured it out. I think we have it understood. What just happened? Um, I had the output muted. That is 100% what happened. I know that's what happened. And I know this because I am a man who knows things sometimes. We are going to take a second. I should have done this before. I didn't. Whatever. We are going to really quickly. What am I doing? I ask myself that with everything. Real quick, we're going to get logged into the thing. Okay, yeah, I know. Okay, we're just going to do that. And I love that I have another monitor for all this stuff. All of my fingers just don't work. Okay, and they're like, oh, you gotta check in on your mobile. Okay. Then, da-da. Nope. Da-da. One day we will appear professional things. But that is not... well, maybe one day. But not today. But maybe one day. Okay. So we're going to put that. That can live right there. Okay. So. This is the adventures of Thad Chunderwick. Or as we're going to call him, Thaddeus Chunderwick. I don't remember where this joke originated, but it came from somewhere. Yeah, I should probably mute Discord, and I don't know entirely how to do that. Notifications. Maybe that works. I love that. Oh. Oh, that would make so much more sense. There we go. We did it, Reddit. This shows how technically unproficient I am as a person sometimes. But we're in it. We're back. We're doing it. Okay. I love Elden Ring. This was like, I think, very nearly my game of 2022. I think it came out in 2022. Somebody can fact check that for me. But I really enjoyed this game when it came out, and I still enjoy it today. I played the heck out of it. I've done two full playthroughs of the main game. And we're gonna do it again. We're gonna go kind of a strength kind of a strength-based build. Probably, I haven't decided whether it's going to be strength faith or strength int. But like strength is going to be the main thing. Yeah, we're going to probably pick up a big sword at some point. A big cool guy. But first we're going to get bodied by this guy. We're going to try. Here's the thing. I'm not great at this game. I'm okay. And I'm going to be shocked if I can beat this guy first try, because I never have. Yeah, that's not boding well. Faith Scythe. I might. You never know. The tough thing is that I like to hide behind my shield a little too much, and I know that like that's, you know, not, you're supposed to like dodge everything and, you know, be super good at this, and I'm not. So oh, that's death. It's, you know what it is. What it is I don't have to get good. I am interacting with the mechanics they put into the game. It's like, why are you using shields? Well, because they put them in the game. Why are you using spirit summons? Why are you using the mimic? Well, because they put it in the game. They exist as systems, and I'm absolutely gonna abuse them. Yeah, I don't know. I think, it's like playing Fallout, not using the power armor, and then getting mad when... That's a bad analogy. I'll figure something out. I don't know. I like to hide behind the shield. It makes sense. They gave it to me. I'm going to use it. There's a good hit. So, are we going to talk about how a certain somebody didn't know that this was part of the game? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Oh, he just hopped down. This guy wants to fight now. Alright. Cool, bro. I think one of the things I'm gonna do for myself... Sometimes you gotta do it to him. I think something I'm gonna do is I'm going to avoid the farm grind spot. I don't know. I have mixed feelings. For those of you who don't know, there's a really great farming spot for runes in the Bloodstained Palace, basically where you go to fight mode. And there's a way to get to it that involves kind of screwing around with White Mask Vare's quest. I've done that with a lot of my personal runs, actually pretty much all of them, because it's just, if you're thinking about this game in terms of like, oh, trying to, you know, get an optimal build going type thing, it's a great place to go for it. You can get a lot of runes really, really quickly. It's very easy to get your, very, very easy to get your build functioning. But I don't know. I want to try and do this without having to grind. I don't know. It feels like I shouldn't have to grind in that sense to enjoy this game. And to be fair, in my first run, I didn't find that spot till way, way later. And I was already at the point where I wouldn't have needed it. So it was really more of just like this, oh, it's this cool thing that I can like abuse so I can you know, make it feel like my character's super beefy later in the game. And because Elden Ring, most Souls games are very like skill based or skill heavy. There's only so much there's only so much you can do to cheese the bosses that you run into. Because of that, Elden Ring, like, you can get something out of grinding that way. And I'm not gonna fault anybody for doing it. I've done it too with a lot of my other characters. Just because it fast tracks you to a point where, like, I think it's easier to have more fun a little more instantly. But it does mess with the overall experience. It does mess with some of the pacing, I think, of the game. Yeah. So those you don't know, this is White Mask Vare. He's a dick. And I'm skipping his dialogue because I've heard it 1,000 times and he's annoying and I hate him. But he's basically, oh, no bitches, later. He's such a dick, and I hate him. And we'll get to kill him way, way later. Which is satisfying. We're not going to mess with him right now. Excuse me. There were these really great, like, Twitter posts running around, saying that in order to get the horse, you had to beat that guy. Which isn't true. One thing I'll say about this game that I really like is that I think Elden Ring, by and large, is the most accessible of the Souls games, by far. And I'm not talking in terms of, like, the actual, like, accessibility, if you have, like, a physical or mental, like, I never know what the polite term is, because disability is the word I've used my entire life, and the term differently abled sounds very, I don't know, I hear the term differently abled, I'm like, that sounds demeaning. That sounds like we're talking down.
You're tarnished. I can see it.
This Kale, just pausing my thought for a second. He's the first merchant that you feasibly meet.
Goodbye.
Items are a great place to spend runes if you're kind of like right after you've leveled up or like stuff like that. Just because now we can just, like, I talked to him specifically so I can craft things. This is not a survival crafting game. Don't worry about that. Again, for those of you who don't know. But it's just nice to have, you can spend runes on that, and it's stuff that, like, you're not going to lose those runes because you already spent them. In the same way that, like, if you level up, you're fine. Anyway, what I was saying, I don't know how good this game is in terms of, like, the actual accessibility to people who need accessibility features. Like, I can't speak to that. I don't know. What I do know is that, at least in terms of, like, the overall difficulty of this game, I would argue that Elden Ring is probably the easiest of the Souls games I've played. Yeah, to kind of to repeat, it's more accessible as far as features go than a lot of Souls games. Definitely more accessible as far as difficult. Yes, that's the point I was getting to, is that, like, the bosses are still hard. Like, we can kind of, the chuds out there who are saying, oh, you know, it's too easy, and then of course, like, now they're all complaining about how hard the DLC is, and I'll get to that. But it's the fact, you can't really see it now because they give you so little of the map here in Limgrave. Like, we need to go here, and I'm actually going to mark it to open up the map. We're not going to go there yet. We're going to go do other stuff. You know what? Might as well. The fact that you have an entire open world to traverse at any given time. So, like, let's say you are struggling with I think Margit is the first boss. We'll use him as the example. That, if you're stuck on that boss fight, which is valid, he's not easy. And you're having just a heck of a time with that. You can just go do something else in the game. Which I know sounds like a, well, duh, of course you can just go do something else. But I mean, like, you can just, like, wander off, go explore a dungeon, go travel the overworld for a bit, go see what there is else to do. You don't have to keep bashing your head against it. You can try and figure out another strategy. You can, like, in theory, you can just go grind for a little bit, which, not the lesson I'm trying to teach here. I don't mean, like, go out and, like, go kill wolves until you're high enough level, because your level, that is only going to affect so much in your experience. But what it does for you is that it means, ultimately what it boils down to is that it means that you are playing and experiencing more of the game. You might find an item that suits you, or find some upgrade materials that are going to make your weapons hit a little bit harder. I am going to play this fight a little bit safer. I just don't want to die a bunch of times near the game. All these little factors here and there, like, it all matters. And what's great is that as you play more of it, you do just get better. Oh, that was stupid. That was not on my part. But as you get better, you play the game more, you'll have an easier time with some of these bosses. And that's how it goes. I know it seems like a no-brainer. Oh, if I play the game more, I'll get better at it. Yeah. That's exactly what will happen. And, like, I'll chew through XYZ boss and make it seem... Some of them will make it seem a little bit easier than others. Because I've played this game a lot. But I also have moments where, like, I'm bad. Where I will just get bodied. Like I frickin' deserve. Because again, I don't play this game with a lot of the, like, self-imposed restrictions that a lot of people put on themselves. Because, you know, it's, you know, not an authentic Souls experience or whatever. I don't buy into that. Like, this toxic mindset that I think a lot of these people will develop about this game, and I think this is common in any game that you find that, like, somehow prides itself on its difficulty in some way, shape, or form. The problem that you run into is that you're going to have people who will think that, oh, well, it only counts if you played it the way I did in the previous game. Because we didn't have spirit summons in Dark Souls 3. But if you really want to, like, get into the, oh, well, you have to play it like you did the last Dark Souls game, then guess what? You can't jump. Like, straight up, if you're like, oh, you gotta play it the way we did when I played it, that means you can't, you're not allowed to jump. I just realized my portrait would also cover up where the chat shows up on my stream. So we're just gonna make that little adjustment. Don't like that. No, no. Ah! There we go. Yeah, I know, right? You know, I gotta at least look a little professional. But, like, there was no jump button in Dark Souls 3. There was no...
Have you heard of the Finger Maidens?
Yeah, it's none of that stuff.
They serve the two fingers, but you, I can play the role.
Even she's like, ah, no maidens.
Turning runes into strength to aid you in your search. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd tree. Then it's settled.
All right, let's go.
Another matter.
Yeah, you'll notice there's, like, flickering happening. Straight up, they did something when they updated the game for Shadow of the Erd Tree that, like,
the principles you would follow
kind of messed up the optimization of this game. Because, like, I upgraded my PC about a month ago, maybe a little over a month. And, like, I didn't do some, like, insane, like, crazy amount of upgrades. I went from an 8700 They had an i7 8700. I jumped up to an i5 12600. It's great processor. Great little processor. But it ran fine on the last processor I had. It was an i7. Not that that really matters at this point, because, like, yeah, it was an i7, but it's like 5 generations removed i7. So, like, it was fine. It did what it was supposed to. It was time. And for whatever reason, the update that they did, and again, oh crap. I was like, please don't let this be my first death. I don't want to die to bats. I gotta kill this thing and then... Somebody is posting in chat. What the heck? Okay, we're in school. Also, blah blah blah. Live stream, YouTube, shrine halls. I don't know if I want to let that post. Oh. Sorry, yeah, we're not. Maybe we'll. Tell you what. Whoever sent that last message that I denied, Automod caught it. I respect the hustle. I do. Nothing but love to the folks out there that make their living that way. More power to you. This isn't the place to advertise that. I don't make that kind of money. But more power, really, truly, more power to you. Yeah, I thought that would work. There we go. So, I don't know, like, there's a part of me that always feels bad, like, denying anybody in the chat, because it's like, yeah, but they're interacting. It's like, yeah, but they're just advertising, which, like, don't do that in other people's streams. Like, just as a general, that's like a common courtesy. Like, yeah, just don't do that. I get it. Like, I understand, like, gotta make that paper, gotta pay your bills, whatever, but, like, it's not the place. Nice try, dickhead. A little bit of Ultra Instinct right there. And I got some burnt butterflies, and I was just gonna find a mushroom and I can do the other thing. I picked up a weapon a while ago. I don't know. Can't really make use of that. It's a bummer. Okay. You know what? Deal with threats one at a time. See, the fact that they put that, like, counter system in tells me that, like, they put shields in the game. Like, abuse them a little bit. Nothing wrong with it. Okay, that was an interesting interaction. Like, here's the other thing. They have an entire class of weapon, the spears, like regular spears. You can keep your guard up and still be attacking at the same time if you have a spear and shield. Like, there's mechanics built for it. So, like, use everything at your disposal. I forgot to put torrent. Always put torrent. I always put torrent on my right access like that. That was a half decent clear on that little mob camp. I think, in general, I think to let this kind of run its course, I should probably get my dex up to 20 no matter what I do. Oh, this guy's gonna freaking body me. Oh, unless I play the game. Chill out, Bach. I'm working on a thing. He's that one.
What'd you go? Some clock. You were just
Yeah.
I was pushing
This is Seamster Bach. Right now, he's just Bach.
Oh, when they and so this is all I hope.
I like that I'm like, I could sit here and like listen to them talk. Bach's story. Bach is one of the best boys. There's like a million best boys in this game. Let's be real. Bach's whole story is that his mother was a seamstress. She's one of the demi-humans. I think that's what they are. Which is why he's like half man, half mouse. His whole shtick is that I believe his mother was, and I don't know if it was like she was hunted and killed or whatever the thing, but she's dead. And all he has to remember her by is a sewing set. Well, in one of the other caves that has some demi-humans, they like beat the hell out of him and stole the sewing set. So, like, obviously he's real bummed about that and he wants to get it back. Which, for him is a great way to get killed, because he's not a fighting dude. I don't think I have the ability to fight the Night Cavalry right now. I think I would get bodied. But we're gonna try it anyway. Watch me get two-shot. Okay, not doing hot right now. Already getting whacked. This is one of those fights that is supposed to tell you, like, hey, you don't have to fight everybody right off the bat. Like, you can bail. We're getting some lucky hits in. There's a Night Cavalry in Caelid, I believe, that you can cheese them pretty hard. Oh, I'm out of flasks. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get killed. We're gonna give this our best shot. If you want to talk about, like, you know, playing this like a real boy, don't use Torrent. Torrent wasn't in Dark Souls 3. Yeah, I kind of figured. So the Night Cavalry is a little rough. They're big boys. They're bitch boys. And they will absolutely wreck the heck out of you in the early game. Yeah, they will absolutely dunk on you. And honestly, I don't remember ever there being a point where I'm like, oh yeah, I can beat these guys easily. Like they've always been tough to beat. This freaking guy. Swish. Oh, damn it. I kind of want his sword. I'm not doing this very smart. They have cool armor. Stick in the ass. So, what you're supposed to do, I'm not going to do it right now. So I want to explore a little bit and get, you know, here I am saying, oh, you don't need to grind, but I do want to get some levels and some other stuff. Margit is here. And like, it's not the hardest boss fight in the game by far, but it's not an easy one. Margit is the first true, like, skill check that you'll run into. Because up until this point, like, you can kind of just beat your head against the wall, and eventually, like, you'll start seeing some success. But as soon as it comes time to fight Margit, like, cards on the table, you need to kind of show that you know what you're doing. That you have either, like, run around enough that you can show, like, hey, like, I have gathered enough equipment that I can fight this guy. Or you have, like, participated with the game as such that it's like, oh, I know what I'm doing, so I can fight him and I can kill him. Neither are easy, but the one that's going to pay the most dividends in the long run is learning the mechanics of the game. I know, crazy idea. Learn to play the game. But maybe more to the point, it's learn to participate with the mechanics of the game. Because, like, right there are summons that you can use. Sorcerer Rogier is just available to summon as a cooperator. So, like, he's there. You can use him. That's the whole reason why he's there, is to show you, like, hey, you can get help. We're here to help. And, it makes the game a little bit more bearable if you have a little buddy helping you out. Okay, I guess he's just gonna knock the hell out of him. There we go. Knock him down. Maybe I'll make this like a halberd run. Listen, you would be so annoyed. And of course, smash the shit. Oh, we're just letting me do this right off the bat. Okay. Oh, baby, a double. I think we'll probably do this for about an hour. I can already feel like my voice is already like, hey, you know how like the sun is out a lot now? You're gonna experience this thing called allergies. And I know you haven't had to deal with those a lot because it's been raining a lot. It's seasonal allergies. You know, like pretty much everybody who lives in the Pacific Northwest does, as it turns out, but like mine aren't usually too bad. I'll get like a day of like not feeling super awesome, and then like oh, he's gonna kill the hell out of me. That's like what, my third death. I'd say put it on the screen, but I don't have something for that. Number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Go back and get my runes. Pick up some other runes on the way. Swish, swish, death. Ooh, what are you dropping for me? A sliver of... Oh, and the Caden armor. How's that look? Downgrades everything. Oh, but it's got that Elden drip. And does it let me... It does let me equip a shield. Yeah, it's worth it. Pardon me, gentlemen. Just coming by to grab my things. Psych! I'm gonna kill you guys too. Oh, really got him. I'm not gonna toot your own horn there, bud. Blow your bugle. Okay, don't know what happened there. Step right up, get your ass whoopings. They should have given me the ring. I'm Bilbo Stabbins. That's... Nope, that was a bad one. That one sucked. We're not gonna do that joke again today. Now, I know what you're thinking. These guys aren't worth a lot of runes. Why are you killing them all? And the reason is because I'm cruel. And I want to. And that's how simple it is. Oh, I got his sword, too. Everything needs better. Oh, I can wield the greatsword. Heck yeah. I love greatswords. The DLC has the light greatswords, which they could have just called long swords, but whatever. They're kind of dope. I'm not using them in my offline run because it's not the weapon I'm using. I'm using a cold enchanted great stars. And I love the great stars. That is an awesome weapon. And you comboing it with the because it's got bleed built into it. But you combo that with cold, and it usually the cold procs first. It's nice. It definitely puts the hurt. It's a nice weapon. God, it look cool already. I think we get so wrapped up in a lot of really fine details when it comes to a lot of the graphics in games. I was thinking about this the other day. Because, when you look at parts of this game really, really closely, you can see where they, understandably so, put a little less work in. Because they were the parts of it that aren't going to matter for the overall experience. I think a lot of titles miss the point when it comes to what you need to do to make your game look really good. Or maybe putting their focus in the wrong things, cards on the table, this game still looks really, really good. There's a lot of really nice details here. But looking at stuff at a distance, that tree right there, that looks awesome. It's you have to take a second and just like appreciate the visuals for what they are. And this game looks really, really good.
You do well to steer clear of a Gill Lake, fledgling. And it's as fearsome as it is majestic. So, unless you're mad or wish to be burned alive, stay clear of the lake. Don't be a fool. Don't.
Basically, he's like, hey, there's a dragon on the lake. Don't fight it. And you can basically just be like, cool, what if I did? And the fights against dragons in this game are no joke. Ah, but the real foes of this game, giant crabs. The true great enemies of Elden Ring. I just don't feel like messing with them right now. I want to clear out that camp. And then we're going to call it after that, because I can feel my... I can feel my, like, just the agitation in my throat. Like, if it weren't for that, I could do this for a while. Because I'm already having a lot of fun. Like, it's just, I feel that, like, I need to, like, get some hot tea. I know I'm not getting sick. I know my body well enough for that. You know, knock on wood. But, I also know when I maybe abusing certain systems of my body more than what they deserve. And like, you know, another day or two in warm weather and I'll be fine anyway, just because I'll be adjusted to it. This jackass up here slinging magic at me. Die, nerd. I'll show him. Look at this dweeb. Oh. Oh, I unequipped my shield. I didn't do what I thought I did. I went to block that and it just didn't go about it the right way at all. Swish. These guys... Oh, I was really worried I didn't have enough stamina. Oh, but I'd really... Right, I can just hop on torrent. Oh my god. Oh, please don't let this be the guy that kills me. Okay. God. It's like, I know I'm not, like, the best at this, but, like, I can beat this guy. The great EP. Stupid. Blowing that horn. He's like, help! But no help arrived. Let's get... I bet I have enough rooms that I can... do this. Have enough for one more level. I think that's gonna be it. Like I said, I can feel the fatigue in my voice. I haven't gotten a lot of sleep lately. I don't know, that's not helping. On top of like just not hydrating as much as I should be. So that's a reminder to everybody: make sure you're drinking your water. We will either play more of this, or I have a couple other games that I'd really love to stream playing through. But this is definitely going to be a one that we go back to, because it's fun, and I like Elden Ring. I really do. I think it's a great game. But a lovely time. Make sure you get out there. Drink plenty of water. Love one another. And don't forget the most important lesson. If you have the Hurricane, don't forget that sometimes you also need the Gherkin.